I'm gonna do a review on this Pelican Catch 100 kayak. Haven't really seen a ton of reviews on it yet, so I figured I'll do my own personal review and hopefully help somebody out if you're looking for a stand on top kayak. I did a ton of research and I've been looking all over the place on what I thought was going to be the best 10-foot stand on top kayak that was under 100 pounds. Actually under 80 pounds, because loading it and unloading it is a pain in the ass if you have to do it by yourself sometimes. Also wanted to get a kayak that if I can't go, my wife can take it with one of her friends, or she can use this one if she doesn't want to use her perception up there. But so I decided to go this route. But I'll start at the front, the things I like, and honestly I haven't really found anything I don't like about it. But front, you got a hatch here. There's no bag, so it goes all the way down. So if you want to put something in there, you can. I don't think I'll utilize it a whole lot. Maybe throw my shoes in there or something if I need to. Otherwise, probably won't get used a whole lot, but it's nice to have, especially if you're kayak camping or something along those lines. These handles are great, riveted in. Really heavy duty stuff, especially when you're strapping on. Comes standard with 2 Scotty mounts on each side. Scotty makes great products. If anybody does anything with kayaking, they already know about Scotty and Yak Attack. I got a lot of these accessory holders kind of just randomly thrown throughout. This little Bass Pro's catch and release tape measure. Got just one over there on this other side here. My paddle leash I got sitting here in the middle. Also got some on the back. These can hook onto my rods here. Then I'll get to this box that I purchased here not too long ago. Otherwise, that's that on that side. But my setup here, I have a video in my profile of me making this power box. Has LED lights on it. SAE port for the fish finder there. Can turn on these banana jacks here if you got something along those lines. Upgraded here. Cigarette lighter for your phone, or you can just use this USB port for your phone. Came in handy a ton of times, even fishing from the bank, charging your phone. I usually take that thing with me everywhere. This is my fish finder setup as well. I can put a link in the bottom of the products that I used, but that's all Scotty setup on a Lowrance Hook 2 4-inch. I didn't want to go too big. This is a kayak. It's not my main source of boat. I got a Bass Pro Pond Prowler that goes on it too, but that's plenty big for a kayak. I fish just Nebraska waters, not a whole lot of big bodies, just some random smaller mud holes pretty much. But this seat is adjustable. It can go down. I'm gonna keep fishing it from the top, so I'm not gonna take it down, but it'll stay on the highest setting. These have been great. They got 2 staging rod holders. So if you catch a fish, you can stick your rod in there, give yourself a little line, take the fish off. You can put your pole in there if you're trying to upgrade your lures or tie on something new. I've seen actually, that was some people's gripe in the past, that they didn't really understand why they're there. You can't paddle with a rod in it. That's true. You can't, it's really hard to paddle with those in there. But like I said, they're just for staging. They're to help you out. I think it's a hell of a lot better than throwing your pole behind you and hoping it doesn't slide off into the water while you're trying to tie something on. But I use that all the time when I came out. And something else to help with that, I use this Magellan 30-quart cooler dry box that I ordered from Academy. They don't have Academy here in Nebraska, so I ordered it. Hell of a step up from a crate, anything like that. I use it as a cooler. Holds my PFDs in here. I got first aid I got a dry box in there, rope with a buoy on it. I got a rod holder in there. All stays tight, stays on there just fine. And then it comes with 4 rod holders, so that's pretty sweet on both sides. I didn't put this on because it's a little tight in there, but I thought it was pretty impressive that this thing holds a 30 quart cooler anyway pretty comfortably, to say the least. Still got room back here. I put my plastics back here. Actually, I have a bag of plastics that I use. Fits perfectly in here. You could even put a smaller cooler. In fact, if I'm using my Engel live bait cooler, this thing will fit perfect back here. So then I got my live bait cooler right behind me. Pretty easy access if I want to. Engel's a great company. I just bought a 7.5 live bait cooler, as well as a 13 cooler dry box for my new lunch box. Shout out to Engel. You guys are incredible with your products. Threw stickers on this thing. That's just got to make it my own. Kind of a little individuality. My wife gives me shit about tagging everything up that I own, but it is what it is. I like this stuff. I have a Pelican Poseidon angler kayak paddle. I can't remember the length, but it was only 50 bucks when I bought it. Comes with a hook retriever if you get it stuck. Luckily I haven't had to use it, as well as there's a measuring stick on there. Haven't used it, just don't want to get my hands all dirty, but otherwise I use it just wrapped up in that paddle holder. But this is my setup. Dogs want me to play right now, but if anyone has any questions or anything like that, feel free to message me. I can answer anything you got. Otherwise, that's about it. Hope you guys liked the review. I highly recommend this. I chose this kayak over a Crescent light tackle. Just didn't like how basic it was. It didn't really look very cool, I guess, in my opinion. There's a little bit of storage. The hole wasn't near as deep. Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of stability in this. It kind of feels like you definitely got some room to move, and so that's why I went this route. Also availability, it's just easy. Pelican's known throughout the country. Everybody knows who Pelican is. This is their Pelican Premium kayak. Like I said, I did quite a bit of research. I ended up getting this thing for a hell of a deal. Retails for $6.99. I definitely would not pay that for a kayak. I've told a million people before, if you're going to spend $1,000, you might as well get yourself a paddle kayak and then get yourself a little mini boat that you can throw a trolling motor on. I'll tell you one thing, my big ass ain't going to be pedaling or using any of those pedal drives for $2,500 when I can get pushed around the lake, for half that price. That's just me. Maybe that's just me being frugal, but it is what it is. So this is it. 10-foot stand on top kayak. I believe it's 58 pounds. I can handle this thing by myself. I can stand on it. There was a lot of people who said that it was stable, but they didn't think that they would stand on it. I'm 5'10", 225 pounds, and I would definitely stand on this thing. No problem at all. It is extremely stable. You really feel like you're, in a good spot when you're on it. It feels safe. That was my main thing. I want to make sure I feel safe, stable. I didn't want to rock side to side. And going back to the price, I said that this thing is $6.99. I wouldn't spend that. You can find deals. There's places that have deals. I had a local store here, had it on sale for $6.99 regular price. I price matched it for $6.50, and then they honored a 20% off coupon. Well, then about a week later, they ended up having a sale on it for $5.79. So then I got reimbursed 20% off of $5.79. So I think I ended up paying in the 400s for it, maybe low fives. I can't remember. I'm not good at math, but I think that's a good deal for this. especially if you go out quite a bit like I do. I love fishing. I love hanging out with my wife. I love hanging out with my buddies, just out fishing around, toting around. And it's hard to beat it, man. It really is. So like I said, if you got any questions, ask. Otherwise, the answer is yes. Buy this kayak. This is a great kayak. I haven't heard of anything bad with it. The Ramex material, second to none. You know, very malleable, impact resistant. You can kind of go over rocks or whatever you need to. It's not near as heavy as a roto molded one, so it's easy to deal with. And also, I don't think that this thing cracks as easy as a roto mold. You know, maybe some of you guys will torch me in the comments about it, but it is what it is. I think that this material is definitely high quality. You know, you'll end up getting those guys no matter what that say you need to go Hobie or buy a Crescent or these $600, $700, $800 kayaks, you know, that are paddle kayaks, you know. And I just think that's crazy, man. You don't need anything like that. Get out on the water. Regardless, though, people will say what they want to say. And that's why we live in the great United States of America. You can have your own opinion. So, like I said, if you want this kayak, definitely buy it. It's definitely worth it. Every penny. You know, it is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and that's it. Go out and get on the water. Tight lines. Good luck. We all need it.